Subscribe. This is your boy BLKFinesse. We in the building. Stay blessed or say less. This is something going on viral with Fresh and Fit podcast. So apparently your boy Sneako exposes the red pill. Okay, I didn't see it up on their page, but this is by Playback. I've seen maybe like the first 10 seconds of it, and I was like, oh my goodness. Do we have a purple pill on our hands? Cause look, listen, I don't believe in that pill crap. I believe in what's right and what's wrong. I don't really understand why, you know, there's just so much of a competition to figure out who's the biggest whore and who gets the most money and stuff like that. But we're gonna go ahead and check it out and see what they got to say.
Be a playboy instead of raise a family.
Well,
we make fun of women all day for wanting to be girl boss queens and sleep around and have all this, and then you tell guys be a playboy instead of raise a family.
You want to know what's the quickest way for you to become high value, man? Don't get married. Eliminate all sedation. Learn game and networking. Build wealth. Get a vasectomy in your 20s.
what did he say?
Now, the number two and three things is very important. You have.
So we got do not get married to be a high value man. Okay. Oh, weird. Avoid family creation, which means you're stopping legacies from being passed down, which makes you less than high value because you're not really going to teach your bloodline. You feel me? You're not teaching anything that you want them to teach you if you want to be high value. It don't make sense to me. Like, how are you avoiding family creation because you want to just be rude to women? Like that sounds like the only reason why you don't want to have creation is just to avoid women. A vasectomy in your 20s. I don't really understand that at all. Live consistently. Sure. Eliminate all sedations. Learn game and networking. Play to your strengths, build wealth, resist easing up on your focus. The top 3 is literally against the women. Like, I'm not the type of person to be a 100% feminist and stuff because I'm not really big on agreeing with everything women gotta do and say. But I don't agree with this because a high value man doesn't let women turn them into doing stuff like this. You feel me? Like, I don't know, man.
Avoid family creation and get the slipping. So our good friend Sneako, he saw this. The old Sneako kicked back in, man.
What does that mean?
He thought for himself. He's like, that sounds crazy. I'm gonna teach young men to get a vasectomy in their 20s. I'm gonna teach young men to do that. And so he got together Fresh and Fit. He had a powwow, and the old Sneako is back, bro.
Should men in their 20s get a vasectomy?
Personally, I would say, looking at it from a holistic standpoint, I get what Rolo's saying for the whole topic itself of being high value, because once again, if you get a woman pregnant that's not there for you, she could be against you and it could turn to many different things. But personally, like I was saying earlier, for me, I do want a family if I meet the right woman I think is going to raise that child. But for most men, do they have the, I want to say, resources?
Then don't have sex with them. What?
He call a kid a shit.
Yo, that's how you know y'all having sex too early, bro.
Raise that little shit. But I'm all for it, man. Is that a boy or a girl?
You be impressed with Sneako on this one.
Why is this like a hard?
I don't know. This is not a hard answer. It's not a hard answer at all.
It's just a no, bro.
It's a yes or no, bro. Just answer the question.
You know you can reverse vasectomies too.
They're gonna make that point. Do you know what the success rate is though? Yeah, we should probably look it up.
I want to say resources to find a woman that they want of their dreams, or even get the right woman? Probably not. So to be safe, vasectomy might be in their best interest.
So yes.
No, I'm saying. Okay, so
it's a yes or no.
It depends on the individual. That's what I'm saying. So it's up to the man to decide for himself. But I'm just saying, generally for me, I think family is very important.
You're looking at him like
most men might not want that.
It's a yes or no. It don't depend on the person.
For you, maybe kind of hard. So I get
a little bit.
In America specifically.
In America, yeah.
In America, to be specific.
What do you think?
Let's get the ladies' takes on it, and then
it goes around.
Nigga, it's your podcast. Let's get your take on it, nigga.
Oh shit.
To be a high value man, the top 3 steps: avoid family creation, get a vasectomy, and have a network. It's just like the generic male self-improvement stuff, but like 2 of the top 3: get a vasectomy and avoid family creation. Do you agree?
Did he say avoid? I don't think he said avoid.
Word for word. Avoid family creation.
It's on Twitter.
Top 3 steps to become a high value man.
Okay. I didn't see this tweet. I'll have to take a look at it. But I mean, here's the thing. I think what he means by that.
Bro, these niggas is so funny to me, bro.
Oh,
Like, I don't know if he said it or he didn't say it, and I don't know. Like, maybe I just had to take a look and I gotta get a closer look at it because I haven't really analyzed it myself.
Niggas saying word for word what the tweet says. Like, ooh, I don't really know.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a second look and third. I'm having my assistant take a look at it too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my whole team actually. We're gonna gather. We haven't had a meeting about it yet.
Yeah, for sure.
We have to have a meeting to describe.
Piece everything together real quick.
But when I piece everything together now, oh shit, man, off the dome. I mean, I don't know.
When he says high value man, he's talking from the perspective of being able to be a playboy and get as many girls.
But why is that a priority over having a family? Like, why would that even be advice? Why would that be a male self-improvement advice? Be a playboy instead of raise a family?
Well,
we make fun of women all day for wanting to be girl boss queens and sleep around and have all this, and then you tell guys be a playboy instead of raise a family. That's the same advice on the other side.
Because
what you're doing is teaching women to hate you. To do you wrong, give them more ammo to do you wrong so they don't be with you, so they don't give up the punani like I want them to. Like, it's so backwards, bro. It is so backwards. You're teaching women to not like men. That's what you're doing. But I think what y'all do is just to play in competition, bro. That's what it is. You're competing with both the men and women, okay? Why do I say that? You're competing with the women to see who can be the biggest hoe, to see who can hurt whose feelings. You want to hurt them first before they hurt your heart, okay? You're competing with the man for status. Oh, he's the top G, the top dog because he's getting all these women and having sex with all of them and doing them wrong. Why is that a flex? That's not a flex. That's weird, bro. Like, getting women is weird. Like, flexing about it, I'm not going to say getting women is weird, but flexing about it is weird because it's like, okay, then what are you going to do when you get older? Making babies don't make you a man, bro. Come on, like. But y'all not ready for that conversation.
The thing, when you're a playboy, you're gonna be better at raising.
He's spitting.
I'm sorry, the rebuttal sounds like it's...
Yeah, it's about to be horrible. But Sneako's spitting right now.
Same advice on the other side.
Because here's the thing, when you're a playboy, you're gonna be better at raising the family. And the reason
But he's saying avoid family creation.
Well, he's saying to be a high value, he's talking from the frame.
You know?
You don't think so?
Why would a nigga that doesn't have... Why would a nigga that avoids commitment be better than a guy who's looking to seeking a family to raise?
Like what?
Yes, bro, you don't understand it. You get a lot of fatherly intake
when you fucking all these women.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like
you don't understand. The fatherly instinct kicks in once you get done fucking a bunch of women, bro. That's what happens.
You just fuck the shit out of her, and then you want to take your kid to the park.
That's it, bro. On your 30th body, you're like, whoa, wow. The dad jokes are kicking in, like all of a sudden, bro.
That's cringy, bro. Real talk. That's so cringy.
Knowing Rollo, because I know him personally, he's talking from the frame of being a guy getting a lot of girls. And then, if you decide you want to get a family down the road, you can always unsnip and then go ahead and go down the family route. But in today's day and age, I agree to a degree that you need to have sex with at least 50 girls as a guy. I talk about that all the time. It's controversial. But the reason why I say that is because...
Okay, first of all, this bird needs to shut the hell up. Yeah, you heard me. Shut up. Tweaker. For real. But anyways, having sex with 50 girls before you... What's the purpose? What is the purpose? I want to honestly... I don't think I ever heard the answer. What is the purpose of doing that? What is the purpose?
Most women are more promiscuous than most guys. So if you're a dude and you're getting out here and dating girls and you get your pee-pee wet with the first girl, she could sell you a dream and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is great. So guys got to get out there and be sexually experienced. So he's talking from the frame of being attractive.
I think most guys out here are not going to be able to control their sexual urges. So he's saying
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. The quickest path to becoming a high-value man. Do not get married, avoid family creation, vasectomy in your 20s, live consistently, eliminate all sedations, learn game and networking, play to your strength.
They don't have an opinion on this. They're just
they're making up as they go. As they
go,
for make them feel dumb about their dumb opinion, I bet. I'm just predicting here. And then they're going to be like, damn, I probably should have just had that meeting about the fucking tweet. But here's the thing, though. Like,
niggas like, oh.
This is not...
This shit you just told me, I'm reading it right now.
It's not far enough outside the scope of what y'all always do for you to be stumbling like this.
It's not, yeah.
This should be like layups. This is just another way to have the same convo y'all been having on repeat.
And for whatever reason, like all of a sudden, when it gets, the reason why is because the bounds in which they continue to push. Like now, we're talking about having a surgery that will prevent you from having children. Like that's how far. Like that's when you know you get to the extreme where like we keep pushing it, and then when they ask you, so yes or no, now like you good with that? Yes or no? And you're like, ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just kind of, I guess it just depends, right? It depends on who you are, right? Like when you start doing that.
No, because his answer was it depends on who you're with. What? Why does a woman push you to get rid of something that is going to advance your legacy? You're turning off a legacy. That's a huge thing, bro. Because once you get a vasectomy, there's no coming back from that. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's when you know you step the bounds.
Yeah, avoid family creation
So
and get
yes,
vasectomy.
yeah, because when you, yeah, dude, because your value doesn't go up until you're built something, and that's typically going to be in your 30s.
So most guys,
That's what he's saying.
What do they focus on? Girls the whole time. He's saying at this point in your career, when you're on the way up, focus on things that are going to help you move forward in life and become successful.
Yeah.
And get a
So that when you
surgery
find-
done that prevents you from having children.
Yeah, but you can always reverse it. He's saying,
That's not like a lot of the times that shit messes up. That's not something you could just like
But
hope that it's gonna be okay.
generally, most men can't control their urges, so what's going to happen is they're going to go fuck around and get somebody pregnant.
This is how you rise up
Yeah.
the path to become.
That makes, oh my God. I'm stop pausing. I'm stop
high-value
pausing.
man that can't control their urges.
Wasn't that the whole purpose of which I was saying was discipline? Isn't that a part of being a high value man is to gain discipline?
Is it like they run out of talking points so they try and like force something new to come up?
And it just keeps going further and further and further.
I can't imagine they had someone they cared about in their life and they would tell them this.
Nobody would say get it for second.
They might do it on their podcast.
and then turn around and tell them you can just reverse it.
Like if your niece or nephew like is 20 years old and they're like, damn, I'm just trying to figure it out in life. I don't know what I want to do. And if you gave them this advice, it's borderline criminal. Like it's just awful advice.
You're
man.
teaching
Just
them to
real
be.
quick, for those who want to know like the info about reversing a vasectomy, will it be successful? Sure. However, the problem with vasectomies, the longer you have it, when you try to reverse it, the less likely you're actually going to gain back enough sperm to actually impregnate somebody.
If you're a guy and you scream, "Who wants to fuck?" in a grocery store, they probably arrest you.
Yeah.
But a woman, you like some niggas would be like, "Bro, like, are you okay?"
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's my number.
Yeah. I think if you just gave the men the same ability to, if they could, they would too, bro. I don't think that's like.
But that's the other contradicting part of their argument is that men can't though. So they're trying to sell this idea that men don't have sex early on because they don't have value. But now all of a sudden, men early on who don't have value are getting a bunch of women pregnant. Like it doesn't make any sense at all. Like that's contradicting of what you all have claimed this entire time, that there is a subsection of men who are celibate, who aren't having sex, who've gone stretches of the year without having sex at all. But now all of a sudden, men are having enough sex to get women pregnant at such an alarming rate that you would sit here and tell men to get a vasectomy.
Become high status because you're eliminating all variables that
Risk.
can fuck you up.
Yeah, it's about
That's
risk,
what he's saying.
risk mitigation right there.
How many dudes do you know that could have made it to the NBA or could have been a star and an athlete or something that got some chick pregnant? Like
How many dudes you know?
I know NBA.
How
I know
many
NBA players that got chicks pregnant. That's not gonna stop you from dropping 50, man. I'm sorry.
Well, how many dudes do you know? How many dudes you know that were already 1 in a million to get to the NBA, but also were the other 1 in a million to get somebody pregnant, and that was enough to stop them getting from the league?
There's not even. You're acting like the child would stop you from your athletic progress.
It doesn't. And not only that, the irony of you all coming up there shitting on women for bringing up these very unique men as examples to justify their arguments, and here you are talking about a 1 in a million scenario.
Once again, we support families.
Yeah, we do.
But at the same time, for what he's saying, to become successful
You
at a young
can't
age,
say that you support families and also tell your audience to get a vasectomy.
Thank you, Sneako. Like, my God, yo. 'Cause these jokers are saying nonsense, yo. They're saying nonsense. The only reason to get a vasectomy is because they don't have self-control. Men don't have self-control. That's what you tell them? So instead of teaching them discipline, you tell them to go smash a whole bunch of women and get a vasectomy while you at it? Does that make sense? Does that help you build discipline by ruining what your discipline's supposed to be?
we didn't say that. We just said we're
You're toning the fence about
We're
it.
explaining why he said that.
Do you agree?
I understand why he said it.
You see how you're ducking?
You're ducking the answer.
It's a simple
But
question.
it's on me. It's not about me. It's about the generational.
I'm asking your opinion.
No.
It's a simple
But
question.
it's on me. It's not about me. It's about the generational.
I'm asking your opinion.
No. Sneako, you're funny.
It's just a question.
No.
Bro, we make the girls on the panel answer questions specifically all the time. It's just,
Hold on,
do
hold
you
on.
agree, yes or no?
Personally, my decision has nothing to do with this
man.
discussion. I'm just saying for you,
Politician answer.
I understand why you're saying that.
Yeah, you see, your thing is he's talking about how to become a high value guy.
Nigga doesn't want to answer a simple question, bro. Do you agree, yes or no, bro? The same way y'all put these women on a hot seat and y'all give them yes or no questions. Do you agree with telling 20-year-olds to get vasectomies, nigga? Do you agree with it? Not if you understand it. Do you agree?
Not if you see some benefit in it. Do you agree?
Do you agree?
Do you
That is a
agree?
very
It's
simple
no yes or no. There's no
question,
gray
bro.
area.
He goes around the panel. He asks the women, like, what do they find? What do they deem as a high value man?
Is your definition of a high value man? We could start with Karen on the couch.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you for advocating for that just now. I appreciate a man saying that.
This
But-
nigga.
Well, you dodging like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you.
Well, he mad now. So you can't even answer the
What are your
question.
qualifications for a high value man?
Uh,
What's your idea of a high value man?
a high value man is somebody who's successful, who is intelligent, who is hardworking, and who has integrity, and who's a genuine person.
We're gonna let them define.
So that's essentially what everyone's answer is. More so character
Which is
based.
kind of cap, but we'll allow
No,
it.
but that's how they answered it, right?
With women's idea today and like while traveling the world, that I probably agree with women's idea of a high value man more than the red pill space's idea of a high value man.
How dare you?
I think women, did you see how all of them, none of them brought up finances really? None of them brought up like the way you look. None of them talked about like what you wear. And all of it is about character. It's
Sneako
about
took the TradCon pill, bro.
Yeah,
It's
this
about your
nigga team
personality.
It's important. It's important. TradCon pill, bro.
No, look, it's important to have well.
I don't know why that's
I know
crazy.
that is crazy.
I don't know why that's
It is.
They're like, oh, is he detracting from the red pill?
Yeah.
Is he forming his own opinion outside the scope of what we agreed upon? Oh, I don't know.
Making fun of just because they said more so character.
Man,
based
so he's
traits
outside the
rather than
contract.
The superficial traits that y'all prove
I
all
think
the
you
time.
know why. I think it's because he's been traveling more.
That's what he just said. He said because I've been traveling more,
Yeah.
I've been
Because that's like a very American thing. People don't understand how American the idea of wanting things is.
Yeah.
It's a very, very American thing, bro. Like the Maybach isn't enough, nigga. I need the penthouse. Oh, without the penthouse, what am I gonna be? Now you pursue the penthouse. You got the penthouse. I need 50 acres of land. I need 50 acres.
start to get
so that
greedy. You
I
start
can
wanting
sell
more
the
stuff.
Farmland's gonna be so valuable in 50 years. Now you're onto the farm. You get the farmland. Like, bro, it just never ends. It's an American thing, bro.
Because a lot of guys, remember, dude, the average guy doesn't have much dick discipline. They'll get a girl
Yes.
pregnant when they're 18, 19,
Instantly,
20.
bro.
But whose
21.
fault is that? Whose fault is that though? Not theirs. Yours.
No, they do not. Most guys do not get women pregnant when they're 18, 19, 20, 21.
Some dudes.
Some.
Not most.
What do you think the percentage is? 'Cause I've already looked this up. Because this nigga's lying. What do you think the percentage
Probably like
is? Under 20 and under.
20, 25?
No.
It's less than that?
How many men do you think have their first child when they're 20 years old or younger?
By accident? Or just in general?
Regardless, in general.
I'll say 20, 25.
Lower. 7% of men have their first child when they're 20 and younger. About 34% of men have their first child when they're 30 and older. So the same.
But you can't attribute all that to dick discipline because a lot of people just want kids and try for kids.
Oh no, I get that, but what I'm saying is to make it seem like a bunch of he sat there and said a bunch of men, young men, have kids when they're 18, 19, 20, 20. That's just not. That's literally not the case. That's just a lot. And again, the only reason I'm going hard is because these are the niggas who come to these sets with a bunch of stats and facts to sit here and try to dunk on women, and now they're using hyperbolic language the same way that these women use to try to get a point off. And the point that they're trying to get off is that it's okay for 20-year-olds to get a vasectomy, bro.
It's
The
not
thing,
okay.
the thing is that girls are going to say things that are politically correct. And it sounds good. Like, oh, notice how she said, a guy who has his finances in order. And then what did she say? Doesn't spend his money stupidly. That's having your finances. Like, I don't really care about finances, but like have their finances in order, but not really. But like, just don't spend money stupidly.
On her
So
and
it's
the
like-
kids.
Like, I get it. Like, the girls are on a podcast. They don't want to make themselves look like bad or whatever. But dude, I mean, let's just keep it 1,000. I always say it. All women are gold diggers. Some are just better at hiding the shovel.
All women are gold diggers. Okay.
These hyperbolic statements that they make, bro. God damn.
I actually agree with him on that specific point.
I agree with majority of what he's saying. However, how they most cap, but I don't agree that all women are gold diggers.
Nah, that is the right thing to say, and there are women that believe that. It's just not all of them.
It's not all of them, no.
Some of them are lying. Some of them would 100% disqualify somebody if they were not rich, or if they were short, or just a whole bunch of artificial metrics.
Without a doubt. But that goes to everyone though. Like men as well. Like men want certain things, but if she's not like
men keep it a buck though.
I'm not saying they won't keep it a buck, but they can sit here and just say all the things that they want from a woman, but there's always going to be artificial aspects that will completely eliminate certain aspects of women, right?
Yeah, but I think they keep it a buck about the artificial aspects.
Oh no, I get that.
Like if you ask a guy, then he'll be like, "She gotta have a fat ass."
Yeah,
they'll just say it, but they won't not bring it up. But that'll be a thing they really, really, really want.
Yeah,
they'll always bring that up.
But would you date a woman who's 6'3"?
Yeah, that would. Of course.
6'3"? 6'7"?
In my head, I'm just thinking like, wow, I can't wait till they get to the league.
Well, we know Myron, he's not dating a black woman, so.
Y'all fools, y'all.
Becoming successful in a high value life.
So who is the high value man? Who qualifies that? Because all the women in here, they just said that it's about ambition, it's about character, your personality. Is it you flexing for other guys? Who's qualifying? Like, who are you becoming high value for? Other dudes on the internet?
So ultimately, when you're done with that list, so to speak, and you're successful, you now are seen as a prize to women. So for example, yes, you can have a good personality, have good energy, good vibe. That's cool. But long term, becoming successful is going to be the key factor for most people. So he's just saying, to get there faster, do these steps.
But answer this question. What is the reason you're becoming high value for? And even if you do get a vasectomy, how are you going to pass it down? You're destroying your legacy by getting a vasectomy. And then you can't pass it down. So what are you getting the money for? Who are you going to give it to? You don't have a family at this point. Your peoples is probably gone, or they know nothing about you because you blocked off all accesses to your familyhood. Like
I said before, family-wise is not, I want to say, the best
and
way.
here's the other thing too, bro. I don't mean to call any of these ladies out, but they said a bunch of bullshit. They don't even care about any of these things unless they're attracted to you first. There's plenty of
what makes you attractive, though?
Well, hold on. But you're not going to give a fuck about his personality or being genuine or his integrity if he's not handsome enough or if he doesn't qualify.
That's everyone.
But it's everyone. You know, that's everyone. Especially,
care about the qualities of
there's girls out there who will literally be with you because of the money first. You can be ugly as long as you got money. Like they'll look at you first and see that you're ugly, and be like, but we got money though. They revert right there.
That they have unless they look good. That is everyone. That's not a unique thing just to women. That's everyone, bro. They never answer the question. Just as you can see, they never answer the question. But for us to get to a point when we're talking about getting a vasectomy, come on, bro. Come on. What is the end goal of the high value man rhetoric? Is it just to be a playboy until you're like 35 and all of a sudden I can just reverse a 15-year-old vasectomy? Because if that's the case, then you're not going to have children anyway. It's going to be extremely difficult for you to pull that off.
I also think it's kind of lame that they're basically saying the number one way to live your life is to just attract, like your goal in life should be to attract as much women as possible, to fuck as much women as possible, because all things are pointing towards that. Like even the way they talk about success and self-improvement some of the times is like, well, think about how much girls you can be able to get.
Yes.
And it's just like, bro, if that's your metric for what's gonna make you happy in your life, I guess do you, if that's you. But also that kind of feels like a sad life to live, bro.
That's very
your
sad.
main goal. Like, come on, you gotta have a goal deeper than just being able to fuck random women, dog. That's too surface level. Like, there's no real purpose in your life then. Like, what's
That's what
the
I'm saying.
goal
What's the
of it?
Yo, let us
point?
know y'all thoughts in the comment section below, man. What age do you want to get your first vasectomy at, man? That ass. What age do you want to get it, man? Let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah.
And then tell us what age you're going to finally reverse that vasectomy.
Man, shout out the agent and the whole playback. But that's weird, bro. That is so weird. That, like, what is your purpose? That makes you high value. That makes you successful by smashing a whole bunch of women. Like, but be mad at them for saying what they want out of a man. Like, is that your reason? Like, what do you? It's like you can't make sense of it. You really can't make sense of it. Smashing women. Is that's what makes you successful? People can do that without being rich, bro. Like, you know what? Comment and subscribe down below. It's your boy BLKFinesse. We out.